Hello and welcome. I mentioned before that I would be working on kits I've had around for a while. They were either purchased or given to me. In some cases, the instructions have been lost. I thought I would try to assemble them anyway and show you how you too can improvise. I'm going to start with this one. I dug it out of a drawer. Obviously, it's been around, and every house needs one of these, just in case you get that bad headache. Don't know much about it except that it says it was a Little Bits 7-100 shared this pattern. Don't know where this person got it from, but it's been around for a long time. And I went searching to see if I could find any reference to this. And I did. I found the same picture, not this picture, but the IcePack picture on two separate websites selling for two different prices. Apparently, this may have been something that was handed out and it looks like I just took it home and never made it. Happens a lot with a bunch of us. So I'm going to start pulling this apart. The person handed the instructions with the pattern and the two bits that are required to make it, along with a finished one, which was very kind. So I now have a finished one to show you. And also there is a little package with a dress pattern. Very cute. Pull this apart. So here is the finished IcePack. It is actually quite adorable. I'm not sure what's inside, but I intend to fill it. And here is the little pattern, little dress pattern, little Victorian dress pattern. Isn't it cute? Maybe I'll show you how to do one of these on another video. And the fabric that we're going to use, the fastener. And then we need needle and thread, scissors, and wire cutters. Gone ahead and cut on the length of this fastener. We don't need that much. I left behind about 1/4 inch. I just used my kitchen shears. This is very soft metal. And now we have the pattern. I'm going to cut it. Cut this circle. This doesn't really need to be a very well cut circle, because you're going to see it's all going to be ruffled. And then I went ahead and cut out the fabric. This fabric is nice cotton, so it's easy to work with. Now, I've gathered some rice that I'm going to use to fill in the little bag. This one is not filled from what I can tell. A few grains in there, not sure, can't tell. But I'm going to put some grains of rice that'll give it some weight. And now we're going to do a running stitch all around the circle. Very easy running stitch, so don't be too afraid of it. I used a thread that would blend in. This is just a dark, I guess it's kind of black. And I'm going to start off putting a knot at one end of the thread, however way you like to make your knots. This is a huge one, so it's not going to come apart. And we're going to start doing a running stitch. It is a stitch that you go in and out about 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch from the edge, and all the stitching that you're doing in and out is about about 1/8 of an inch in length as well. Okay, so you're going to keep going around until you are pretty close to the end. I'll just turn this off for a bit. Okay, so now we're almost at the end. I can put my finger in there as I'm tightening it. This will create a nice even gathering. A gather is what you get. This is gathered. The material is gathered together. So there you are. And before I go and totally close it off, I'm going to add the rice into the little bag. So you've just created a little pouch. And you have problems with that, use a little funnel, but there's so little of it that it's not really necessary. I don't think. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit, okay. And so you're going to put the little fastener inside there as well after you filled it up with the rice. And before you do that, before you totally close it off, I would put a dab of glue into the bottom of the cap. Let's see, let's do that again. Go right inside there, and that'll hopefully help the material from fraying. Can you see that I'm putting in a bit of glue, more than a dab, filling it up, okay, and on the edges as well. And this all helps to keep the fastener in place and the material in place. Now you're going to be putting the fastener back in. Take your thread and wind it around and around. Now push the fastener in, and hopefully, as you know, the fastener has two prongs. One prong's gone to one side. I can feel it under here. Make sure that happens, because that just helps to keep the fastener down. And there you are. Nothing too spectacular, but it is cute. Maybe one of you will be ambitious enough to see if you can. I'm just going to add a little bit more glue here in case it wants to come out. And I know that this glue will dry clear, so make sure you have a fabric glue. Mine's not a fabric glue, but I know it dries clear, and I know I like this glue. So there you go. Cut off the end. To keep the glue down, I'm using a clothespin because that's what I have here right now. Just pin it down if you've used lots of glue until it dries. Let's put that aside. Some of the glue is still showing, but when it dries, it won't be showing. And now you have yourself a couple of little ice packs. Now I'm going to show you a little trash to treasure. Why not? Let's do that. Here is a picture of a bottle of olive oil that I purchased here. And I know that we can find similar bottles where you are. What I did was I cut, first of all, from the bottle, from the neck. I went down the length that I thought was appropriate, because what I'm going to do is show you how to make this vase. And I was intrigued by its shape. I really liked it. See that? So what I did, this was part of the bottleneck. So I took a blade, in this case this is an old knife, and I heated it up on my gas stove until this was really nice and hot. And I went along and sliced it because it was too, I don't have the appropriate tool for this, but I thought this is plastic. So I went along and I sliced about, quarter inch at a time all the way around. The bottom is a little bit uneven, so I have to trim this down. And here I found myself with a lovely pot that you could use outdoors. If you want to make it interesting, you could add a base to it. This is the actual bottle cap for the same bottle, or just cardstock in the bottom, and you put your plants inside. I hope you like that one. I was intrigued by it. I like the color, and now I'm just going to sand the bottom, and on another video I'll show you with some plants in it. Find some around here. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial and the little trash to treasure at the same time. 3 little items and turning them into a little ice pack for your dollhouse. For now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified of more videos coming up. Another one in a couple of days. Ciao for now.